Hey y'all, so welcome back. It's been a while. So this video is just going to be my July and August reads together because I did not read as much as I wanted to, but it's okay because it's been a very stressful past month and I can't really talk about it yet. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with it, and there will be some exciting news coming soon on my Instagram and my YouTube. So keep a lookout for that. I also did start a book talk account, which I'll put a picture of it right here, and the link will be in my description for this video. Um, I started making a little bit of content on there and just trying to, experiment with what I enjoy the most, which I enjoy just making book videos in general across all social medias. So that's kind of been what I've been up to, along with the wonderful changes that have been happening. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. I'm just gonna kind of roll through these, do a quick little talk about review kind of thing, and yeah. So I don't remember which ones were July and which ones are August. I just know this is them. And then there were some audiobooks and some ebooks put in. So I'll just, put a picture of those right here. So yeah, without further ado, for the third time this year, I read God of Fury. However, this time it was the audiobook because I was in the middle of trying to rank or finish my Legacy of Gods ranking. And this and God of War were my top two. Like from the beginning, I knew they were going to be my top two, but I didn't know which one I wanted first until I had reread all six books. And then I went back and did both of these for the audiobook and regular book at the same time. And I did immersive reading, which I've never really done before. But I tried that and I listened like while I read, and kind of helped me come up with my ending results, which was God of Fury was second place, which was a very, very hard decision between the two. I will always talk about the series. I will always love Nico and Bran. However, God of War, I'll talk about it in a second. It did it for me. It really did. And it was a very, very close race. Like, honestly, any day of the week, I could switch up between the two, but I think just all time, God of War is my number one. So that's how that kind of went for me. I think I'm done reading Legacy of Gods for the year. We'll see. I might change my mind. We'll see. But Everything Here is Beautiful by Mira T. Lee. So this book was actually gifted to me. I had absolutely no clue what this was about. It was actually, so one of my friends had gotten some, she works in a library, and they had gotten rid of a bunch of books and weeded them. And she knew that this one kind of touched on mental health and the effects of it on people and their families. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'll try it because I have a bachelor's in behavioral science and I'm getting my master's in mental health counseling. So I just kind of thought, this would be a good one to try out. I really liked it. I didn't hate it. It was a 3-star for me. But it's just also not really the genre I usually read. And so it wasn't like as enjoyable for me, but it was still a really good book, if that makes sense. And it kind of shows how mental health can affect more than just the person who's dealing with it, but also their family around them. With this book, specifically her sister, and how her sister handles taking care of her and taking care of the things around them. So that's kind of a little bit about that without going into too many details. But I know that there is an audiobook version on Spotify Premium. So if you want to check this book out, look on there. If you don't want to buy the book, if you do want to buy the book. I'm not going to stop you. But overall, very good read. I will probably keep it in my library for a little bit. I don't know if I'll keep it forever because I am trying to grow my library. So I'll probably keep it until it grows a little bit more, and then I might end up reading it because it's just not something I'll probably reread. But I don't know. We'll find out, which I'm going to make another video. I'm making like 3 videos today, which I haven't done in a while, but I also know that my schedule is very busy at the moment. So if I make the videos while I can and then edit and post, like I won't be as stressed. So we're going to try that today. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about this and the library thing in another video. I don't know if it's the next one that I'll do or the one after, but either way, it will be filmed today. So yeah. So then God of War. Again, I listened to the audiobook and I did immersive reading. 5 stars as always. This is my number one. And I think the reason it was my number one compared to Nico and Bran, like they're just so different. And with Nico and Bran, like Nico knew what he wanted and he went and got it. And like they're like, yes, Bran fought back, but Nico also wanted to find out what Bran was struggling with and made the beauty come out, I guess you could say, and made him see how wonderful he was. And the ending of God of Fury just gets me every single time, and I will cry no matter what. And this one also makes me cry, but for different reasons. Just seeing how much he cared about her, how much Eli cared about Ava, and how much he wanted her to have the normal life that she had always wanted and wanted her to feel like she had that was so important to her that he was okay with her hating him as long as she had the life that she had always wanted. And that really got to me. And then the ending where he's visiting her every day, even though she had to be put in a mental facility, which is something she never wanted. But he visited her every day. He read her favorite books to her, so that way he was always there. But it was always when she was asleep, so she never knew he was there. And yet he was always doing what was best for her. And I like that. That just freaking got me. Like, I could go on and on about these 2 books in this whole entire series. I could go on and on for like an entire video, and I will sometime in the future, but that's not today. So, if you have not read the Legacy of God series and you like dark romance, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you haven't started yet. I don't know why it took me so long to do it, but you should do it. So, just saying. Moving on. Match Penalty by Kenna King. I think I rated this like 4.5 stars, something like that. I really liked it. I also really like Kenna King. I've talked about her a lot in videos. She's a smaller indie author, but I loved her Hawkeye Hockey series, and this is the spinoff like Rookie Hawkeye series, and I loved it. This one was with Cami and JP, and this was just a really cute like dive back into her books. However, I was gonna read the next one, which is Bleacher Report, this month, but I didn't get to it. And I think I'm going to wait a little bit, like, because Hawkeye Hockey series, I didn't read it until like the 6th book had come out. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit for more of these to come out and then just like blow through them. So we'll see. I'm still like, I have them pre-ordered, or at least I had Bleacher Report pre-ordered and it came in. So we'll see. But after that, I actually I reread Fourth Wing at the beginning of the year before Onyx Storm came out, and I had heard on TikTok about the graphic audio version of Fourth Wing, and I'm actually finishing Iron Flame right now. I have like 2 hours left of it, so I'll probably finish it today. But the Fourth Wing, just the first book, graphic audio, is on Audible, and I freaking loved it. Like most audiobooks is just the talking and there's no sounds, and the graphic audio has like the sounds behind it. Like if they're like his wings flew in the wind, like you can hear that, and that just I love it. I love it. So 5 stars, of course, and I'm finishing the Iron Flame one right now. So it's just it's a good little like drive to work, drive home little audiobook for me right now. So yeah. Then The Long Way Home by Magnolia Parks. If you follow me on TikTok, on my book talk account, you will know that I had emotional damage from this book. I rated it like either 4 or 4.5 stars. I don't know. But I'm not big on annotating, but I did start a little bit at the beginning of this book because I was told that I would love this one probably the most out of all the books. And so far that's true. However, like I said, I have emotional damage and I had to take like a week break before I read The Great Undoing. And right now I'm on a break until I read Into the Dark because I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to go into that book in a great mental mindset. So, wonderful series so far though. It has lived up to the hype that it has been given for the most part. So, I'm excited about that. After that was Hat Trick by Chelsea Curto, which she's another like hockey romance author that I will talk about every single day. And I think the reason is I rated it like either 4 or 4.5 stars, somewhere in there. But here's my thing about Chelsea Curto and the books that she writes. She is not afraid to show powerful women in a men dominated industry, which is sports. And as a former athlete, I played 2 sports in high school. I played softball for 2 years of college. I am a huge advocate for women's sports. I will literally watch anything women's sports if it's on TV. Specifically right now, it's beginning of college volleyball season. One of my favorite sports. I played it in high school and I love it. I love to talk about different teams. I love to talk about strategies. That it's just a little part of my brain that I just love to talk about. But anyways, showing how like that's just something that I love when people are able to portray so well in books. And in this book specifically, it's women in sports medicine and men's hockey. Like that's just something that yes, there are more women in it now, but it's just not something that's that big. And she really shows how women are ridiculed in that world. And it's more about the romance to me when it comes to her books. It's just showing that little inside of it that is so true to how it really is in the real world, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say, but that's just how it makes me feel. So yes. Anyways, after that was actually another ebook, which was The Pucking Wrong Rookie. There was a quote that I wish I could say off the top of my head, but in summary, it was like all of the men in that series, their like girlfriends and wives are talking about them, and it's like there's such a big walking red flag that it looks so green to them, and I love that. Like it's like realistically in to someone who doesn't read dark romance, I guess they would see how these men are with their women and they would think, oh my gosh, that's extremely toxic. However, I read this book specifically, and I see, oh, she has a rough life, she's going through a rough lifestyle, she can't get out of it. He is willing to pay thousands and thousands of dollars. He is willing to do humiliating things. He is willing to literally do anything for her to not have to do that anymore just so she can have a better life. Like, that is a huge green flag to me. That just is. But then you throw in the stalker tendencies, and people are like, oh my gosh, no. And I'm just like, yes. Anyone who reads dark romance is like, yes, right there. Anyways, next, The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I said I was rereading this series, and I have not regretted it at all. This has just been, easy reads for me. I actually have posted, I don't know if I posted it or not yet, but I filmed it where I tried to just knock this out in one day because I needed to, and I did. So I don't know if I posted that on TikTok or not, but I did it. And I should probably go check on that today and post it. But, it's whatever. But Logan and Grace, of course, one night stand, little mistake. Probably shouldn't have happened. Turned into the greatest love story ever for them. I also love how Hannah in this book really calls him out on his bullcrap when it comes to his love for Grace and how he feels about her. So, wonderful. Okay. I know that I said The Long Way Home and the rest of Magnolia Parks has lived up to the hype. However, if you remember my rating of book 2, which was Daisy Hates, I did not rate it very high. I think I gave it like 2.5, 3 stars, somewhere in there. Well, this one was 3 stars. And here's my thing. I think what I love the most about this series is specifically Magnolia and BJ's story together. So when the books step away from that, it just does not speak to me the same. And that's how this one was, because it was essentially Long Way Home, but from a different perspective. And it was really hard for me to read it. So I'm really hoping that, excuse me. Well, I'm really hoping that Into the Dark does not disappoint me in the way that this one did. So, take with that what you will. The last book, but it's actually not my last book for August, because I will probably finish Iron Flame today, and I will finish the book that is after this one in the series today, because I only have like 5 chapters left. I just haven't done it yet, and I wanted to film while I could. So, The Score by Elle Kennedy. 4.5 stars. Here's the thing about this one. I love it. I do. I loved it the first time I read it. My copy also has water damage, so that kind of bothers me. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Anyways, I need to get a new copy because that really bothers me. But anyways, I love how Allie made him work for it the entire time. Like, it was not just a simple, oh yeah, I like you, like whatever. Like, no, she made him work for it. However, the ending was a little, depressing. Not gonna spoil anything, but seeing him go back into those habits was really hard to read, and seeing how much she tried to stay and be that constant for him, but like she needed a break also for her own mental health, was so powerful, and I love it. And yeah, so that is the majority of my July and August reads. I think I'm at like 76 or 77. I am very behind for my goal for the year. So, the goal for September, I am gonna have like a fall TBR, because there's a lot of books I want to read in fall. However, I don't want to just put them into one month. I'm just gonna say like from September through November, those are the books I would want to read. But I think my goal for September is going to be to reach the 100 mark, because then that puts me at 50 books I have to read through October, November, and December. And September is probably the least stressful of those months for me, because my wedding is in October. We have football games we're going to in November, plus traveling for Thanksgiving, and then of course Christmas. Very hectic. So that's the goal for September. I don't remember what else I said I was going to talk about at the end of this video, but I am going to put the stuff down for my Instagram and my TikTok in the description of this video, because there's some exciting things coming soon, and I can't say it in this video, but I will soon. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Have a great week. Hopefully, I have this posted on Monday. But we all know with me, don't expect for a specific day for anything to happen. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.